If you are thinking about buying a Tesla in 2022, then you need to watch this video. Whether you're thinking about buying a Tesla, you just bought a Tesla, you're awaiting delivery, or you're sort of right on the cusp of hitting that order button, then this is the video for you. That's because buying a Tesla has never been more difficult, more complicated, or more expensive than it is right now. And with gas prices on the rise and supply of new Teslas shrinking, there's a good chance that many new orders placed today or placed recently won't be fulfilled for months and months, if not around or over a year. But in this video, I'm here to help because I've got some tips, tricks, some secrets to help you sort of skip the line, get your Tesla early, and also tell you some things that you need to do to save money, and also things you just need to do before you take delivery of your new Tesla. And also answer some questions. Is a new model coming right around the corner? Is it too late to buy? Should you buy right now? Should you wait? Lots to get into, lots to talk about, so let's just dive right in. But first, of course, a huge thanks to RECURRENT for sponsoring this video. They've got an amazing free tool that is essential for all electric vehicle owners and potential EV owners, but more on them and that awesome tool in a bit. So before we jump into the main part of this video, I'm going to assume a couple of things. I'm going to first assume that you know the model you're going to go with, whether you're going S, X, 3, or Y. There is no bad choice here in the Tesla family, and maybe I'll make a new buyer's guide video here for 2022 coming up. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel, by the way, when you're down there, and hit that like button, that thumbs up button, because it really does help the channel. But I'm going to assume you already know the color, the trim, battery capacity, wheels. Once you got all that locked in and you know what your decision is, now it's time to get to the important stuff. One of the first things to consider is where you want to buy your new Tesla. Of course, you can buy it directly from Tesla itself, but is that always the best decision? You'd be surprised how many third-party dealerships these days around the world have Teslas in their inventory, and I have heard of some lucky buyers getting a heck of a deal because the car lot that had the Tesla didn't really understand what they had, and because of it, people were able to negotiate a killer price. Now, Tesla obviously does not do price negotiations. The price you see on the website is the price you get. So if you do want to try your hand at haggling and negotiating and you want to try to get the best deal possible, you might want to try to take delivery at a local dealership. Obviously, the caveat here is that the car is probably used, but you might be able to get a better deal and also get your Tesla basically the same day and not have to wait months and months and months to get a new or even potentially a used Tesla. Another option to consider is checking Tesla's used and existing inventory that is offered by Tesla themselves. Now, there is a difference here, obviously, between the two. Used cars are just that. These are used Teslas being sold by Tesla themselves, and you're getting sort of the official Tesla buying process, but it's sort of done through them, and they're used cars with miles on them and quirks and caveats. And also the existing inventory cars are cars that are already built. Some of these are brand new cars, some of these are low mileage demo cars that are being sold by Tesla. Some of these are like brand new, ready to go. They've got their own VIN assigned, and you can basically buy it and really get it in just a matter of days, if not weeks. And some of these are like demo cars that you can usually get a slight discount on. They've maybe got a couple of scratches and scuffs, but they're fairly new. They've got a couple thousand miles on them. And usually this is one of the best ways to save money on a new Tesla. If you can find an inventory car that was like a demo car, it's a great way to save $1,000 or two. But the existing inventory is a great way to go. And like I said, these are individual cars with their own VINs in their own location. So if you buy this car, you are buying that exact car, not a similar trim and color and spec. You're buying that exact car, which means that, on one hand, you're getting a car much sooner, but also this car could be located somewhere else. It might need to be shipped to you. There are additional dock, destination fees, transportation fees, so keep that in mind. But usually this is a great way to get your Tesla sooner. I also should mention that right now, Tesla's existing inventory is pretty slim to none as of right now, but that does change every day. So if you want to go in there and check the existing inventory, especially depending on location, you can check it daily because things do change. But let's say you've done your homework, you've done your research, you've checked existing inventory, you've checked the used inventory, you just cannot find the car you want, and you're going to buy new from Tesla, which is not a bad way to go at all. I've done it multiple times, and many people have done it. It's just a fine way to order your car. But the question is there anything you can do in that buying process to sort of speed things up and get your car quicker than what you might be expecting? Yes, there are a couple of things you can do to speed up the process, with one new one in particular being sort of a little slimy on Tesla's part, at least in my opinion. Right off the bat, the easiest way to speed up delivery is by going with a performance model. These higher end cars are obviously more expensive, they are in less demand, and they can come to you faster. The Model 3 Performance and Model Y Performance both have a May estimated delivery window as of recording, which is not bad at all, but if you do buy performance, generally you will get your car faster than a non-performance model. Another way you can actually get your Tesla sooner these days is by spending $12,000 on Tesla's full self-driving package. Typically, as far as I remember, Tesla never used to prioritize FSD in the ordering and delivery process, but that recently just changed. Now, if you spend $12,000, you might be able to get your car weeks, if not months ahead of schedule, just by clicking that box on the Tesla website. Not much of a difference here with the performance models, but it can make a difference with the non-performance Model 3 and Model Y. And on one hand, car companies do this all the time. They prioritize their bigger spenders. That makes sense, and I get it. But on the other hand, this is strictly a software feature. There is no hardware difference here between a car that has FSD and one that does not. So really, this is just expediting things for the sake of expediting things. I'm sure there's a reason Tesla's doing this, maybe because they want more money. But just so you know, if you do opt to spend the money, you can get your car significantly sooner, depending on the model you go with. And that just sort of shows that money can definitely change things. Now, before we continue with more tips and tricks for new Tesla owners or potential new Tesla owners, I want to take a quick break and tell you guys about an awesome company that actually perfectly fits the theme of this video, and that is this video's sponsor, RECURRENT. Now, if you haven't heard of RECURRENT before, let me introduce you to an amazing company that is looking to deliver essential battery insights to electric vehicle owners, potential EV owners, and like it's put so perfectly on their website, odometers count miles, not battery health, and that's exactly where RECURRENT is here to help. They're giving you critical insight to the health of an electric vehicle's battery so you can make proper informed decisions with the data to back it up. And one of my absolute favorite RECURRENT features is a totally free monthly battery report that tracks the health of your electric vehicle's battery and analyzes it against the thousands of similar vehicles in the RECURRENT fleet and gives you some really crucial data that you can use to make better decisions. It's totally private, it's safe, secure, it's automated, it's free, and just takes a couple of simple clicks to sign up and get started. Right at the top here, I've got some important info I can see at a glance. I can see the model of my car, the odometer, the location, and some quick stats of my car versus other cars in the RECURRENT fleet. Taking a look at info a little further down shows some important range insights right off the bat, and as of right now, good news here is that the battery in my Y is basically in tip-top shape, and I can also visually see how far that range is going to get me here in my current location in SoCal, which is really cool. Also, a little battery info here worth knowing is that it's not uncommon to see this range drop 5 to 7% within the first 2 years. That's because battery degradation happens in an S-curve, meaning you're going to lose more range at the very beginning and at the very end, with slower natural degradation in the middle. Just so you know, moving on to charging insights, I can see that my car generally stayed at a 58% average charge capacity, which is pretty good, right in the middle there of that target green zone. And obviously keeping the battery in that target zone is going to be best for the battery. It's going to minimize battery degradation. When it comes to historical insights, I can see both the car and the battery are still fairly new. They were just manufactured a few months ago, and also how my range stacks up to other cars in their current fleet. And last but certainly not least, with market insights here, I can see the average market value of the Model Y, 2022 Model Y, which is a little over $72,000 right now, which is really good, even if that is down 1% from last month, though that's probably going to change next month considering the latest round of pretty significant price increases by Tesla. This battery report comes to you every single month automatically with some really great data inside and a lot of great lessons and takeaways you can sort of use as action items to increase the health and longevity of your battery. Again, it's also safe, secure, 100% free, and again, is automatically coming to your inbox every single month. So if you guys want to learn more, check it out for yourself today and sign up. Hit the link right down below to learn more. And also check out all the cool features and services that RECURRENT offers. They've got a lot of cool stuff and info on their website. So again, if you guys want to learn more, check it out for yourself today. Hit the link right down below to learn more. We've also got to talk about the recent price increases because yes, in general, these cars have increased by thousands and thousands of dollars over the last 6 months or so, and these price increases really can't be planned. They've sort of just been random and sporadic. So the best advice I can give to you guys right now is that if you want to lock in the price for the Tesla and get the car at the price it's stated on the website being right now, you have to put in that order deposit. You have to put in that $250 order deposit to lock in the price, and as long as you don't make any changes like to the color or the config or the trim, the price you put the deposit on is the price you're going to pay at delivery. If the price goes up, you will not be affected with your order, but you have to lock in your order by putting that deposit in order to sort of, again, lock in that price and be sort of safe from any potential price increases that could be coming, you know, today, tomorrow, next week, next month. We just don't know when other price increases are coming. All right, so now that your order is in, you've reserved your Tesla, what else can you do to expedite the process from here? Well, there's a lot simply left up to chance. There's a lot you really can't control, but there are a couple of things you can do to sort of make sure that you are in the queue, ready to go, and things are moving in the right direction. One of the things you need to do is fill out some of the basic information, registration information, your delivery location, where you want to pick up the car, that stuff you want to make sure you get all out of the way, proof of insurance, make sure you get that all done as quickly as possible so you can get your profile wrapped up. And also in terms of financing, you want to complete the financing portion in order to show your Tesla order is being complete and ready to move on to the next step. But caveat here is that you need to make sure you are careful in what you select. If you're going to do third-party financing through a credit union or a bank, just go ahead and select the cash option and you're good to go. But if you choose to do a lease or finance through Tesla, just keep in mind that this approval process is only good, the whole credit check, for I think 30, 60, or 90 days. I think it's 90 days, it could be 60 days, but it's a limited period of time that you can do this. So if you order today and you still have 6 months to go for your delivery window, then don't fill out the financing portion right now because it's only good for a certain amount of time, and then Tesla has to rerun the process again. What you instead want to do is just select cash as the financing option. Just do cash. That'll wrap things up. That will complete things in the Tesla backend. And then once you get a VIN and you're actually closer to delivery, once you get the VIN assigned and you have a car specified to you in your account, then you can go back, you can call Tesla, say you want to either do leasing or financing. They'll go ahead and open the portal back up in the back end, and then you can go ahead and go through the process and do your thing. But do not do this too early because you're just going to have to end up doing it again later on down the road if you have to wait 6 months. And also make sure you do this when you have an actual VIN assigned, and don't leave this open. If you are going to finance or lease through Tesla, do not leave this sort of unchanged in the background because that'll show your sort of status is incomplete, and then you won't move on through the process. I actually didn't know this until recently when Tesla called me when I ordered the Model Y. So make sure you do cash, whether you're doing cash or not, just to show that part is done so you can move on through the rest of the ordering and delivery process. Now, the other part of ordering, unfortunately, is just sort of playing the waiting game. There are lots of factors that are just out of your control, like location, the time that you place your order. There are just many things sort of behind the scenes that can sort of swing your delivery in one direction or the other and either take your delivery date and move it way up or push it back just a bit, again, due to factors out of your control. But as always, make sure you keep tabs on your order, constantly check the Tesla website and the app. You can do it obsessively, you can do it not so obsessively, but you just want to make sure you keep tabs on it because things will change rather rapidly, and one day you could be 3 months out, one day 3 weeks, so just make sure you keep an eye on the Tesla app, and I usually check once a day, but chances are you're probably checking way more often than that. In addition to all of that, there are a few other non-order related things that you should do before you take delivery of your Tesla. First up, of course, is figuring out charging. You want to make sure you figure out where you're going to charge, make sure you've got the right adapters, and get that all squared away before you get the car. You want to make sure you get a few quotes from a different couple of electricians if you're looking to get either a NEMA 1450 plug installed in your garage, or if you're looking to do a Tesla wall connector. And just sort of, again, just a little tip here from what I've picked up from many online is I wouldn't mention that you're getting this installed for a Tesla. I've heard just too many stories of people who have been taken for a ride from electricians and have gotten quotes either significantly more or even double or triple the regular price because they assume that because someone's getting a Tesla, they're making buku bucks and they're able to sort of charge more, which we know isn't the case because Teslas are, what's the rear-wheel drive model, like under $50,000, $45,000, $50,000. So these are not crazy cars, but electricians often will quote higher prices for Teslas. So just keep that in mind that you usually just want to say, hey, I'm getting an electric vehicle. You don't have to specify it is a Tesla, though if you do get a wall connector, then the cat's out of the bag, sort of. You also want to make sure you get your Wi-Fi in the garage or wherever you park your car squared away as well. The car gets frequent software updates and it relies on Wi-Fi for downloading those sometimes fairly large updates. And the Tesla's Wi-Fi system, at least the antenna, is notoriously weak. So I definitely would recommend getting an extender or some kind of wireless mesh system so you have really good Wi-Fi signal in your garage or wherever you park your car. If it's outdoors, get an extender or repeater. If you are at home, have a mesh system because those updates can take a lot of bandwidth or at least a good amount of bandwidth, and the antenna is usually pretty weak. So make sure you've got your good Wi-Fi signal strength wherever you park your Tesla. And of course, there's also a rabbit hole of accessories you could go down with floor mats, chargers, screen protectors, aluminum pedals. I just actually did a full video of all my favorite accessories for the Tesla that work with the 3, the X, the Y, and the S. They are some fantastic accessories that you should definitely pick up, and the ones I picked up for my Tesla, I'll leave a link to that video down below. But suffice it to say, tons of accessories you should definitely pick up for your Tesla. You don't have to go crazy because there are only really a few that you need to actually enhance the experience. But mind you that yes, you can go down a rabbit hole of a lot of videos and spend a lot of money just on accessories for your new car. So that's the advice I've got right now. I know things are really crazy right now with very sparse inventory, price increases going up, gas prices. I'm sure many people are considering buying a Tesla and are sort of doing the research and saying that, hey, this is a lot more doable than we thought. But make sure you do those things, do your due diligence with your research, make sure you get your order all squared away, make sure you get your charging figured out, Wi-Fi, and make sure you do those things to expedite your process and hopefully get your Tesla as soon as possible. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on this. What would you recommend to someone looking to buy a Tesla in 2022? What would be your do's, your don'ts, your should buys, your shouldn't buys, and any advice you can give to new Tesla owners? Because I know many of you guys watching my videos are potential owners or awaiting delivery of your car. What advice as owners for you guys watching would you give to new owners or potential owners? Let me know your thoughts on all that down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.